Hello techies. Welcome to our brand new video series focused on helping you get the most of your experiences in life. Before we start the video, let's know about Upptalk. Upptalk is a live, interactive platform for software training, furnishing robust personalities who could take on universal business platforms.
Let's take some pull into this, and you can see here, the Valve workflow screen is divided into 3 parts. One is approval. This is the approval section. That is the step 1. Step 2, step 3, these are the approval section. Then we have a contributor, and then we have a CC load. These are the 3 sections. Workflow is divided. So when you go into the approval section maximum, you can see step 1, step 2, step 3, maximum 6 steps. We can able to go and create the what you call level of approval. Okay. So step 1 will be somebody else, HR or somebody. Step 2 will be a manager. Step 3 will be manager's manager, like that. Maximum, we can go up to 6 levels of approvals. So that only it is specified here, we can go up to maximum 6 levels of approvals in the workflow. Okay. Now coming into the approval. What is an approval section? Okay. What is the basic understanding of the approval section? It defined that they approve the workflow. Send that workflow, post a comment for the workflow, or it can reject the workflow. So if an admin has enabled relevant features, they can also assign the workflow request to themselves or delegate the workflow. Okay. So all these things will be carried in the approval section. So what is the approval section? This step 1 to pull step 3, or maybe, if we have step 6 or so. So altogether, step 1 to step 6 comprise of the approval section. What is the contribute section? Okay. What is the contributor? So when you go into the contributor. So what is the contributor section says? It can provide the comment, it can provide. They can provide who the contributor. Whoever is there under the contributor, they can provide the comment that can help the approval to make a decision. Contributors are also notified about the progress or the changes during the entire workflow. So whatever is the development which is going on for each workflow and whatever the changes which has been done, that is also getting notified to the contributor. So contributor can also post a comment to the approval. If it will help us the approval to make a decision, okay, that all comes under the contributor. What is the CC role? CC role. They are only notified when the workflow is completed. So when in the approval section you have a step 1, step 2, step 3. If all the steps, the approval, is approved, the workflow, then the final notification in the CC role will be sent by. The workflow is being completed. So CC role is a section where whoever is being nominated as a CC role, they will be only getting an update. They cannot able to send a communication. They cannot be a part of an approval process, okay. They will be only as an audience will be getting an update about this. Workflow is being completed finally. Okay, that is the part which will be coming under CC role. You can, whoever we are selecting as a CC role for them also. They will be getting a final notification in the email also, and it can get the update in the homepage also. Okay. So this is the basic difference between the approval contributor and the CC role, where workflow screen is divided into 3 parts. Okay. Any questions here before going into the first part? That is the approval. Okay. So let me go passively and show you. So when you go into the approval section, so in the approval section we have an approval type. Let me go and show you here. In the approval section we have an approval type OK. So in the approval type we can see here we have role, dynamic position and position relationship OK. So when you are selecting the role here, suppose we are configuring a workflow, so approval type we are selecting as a role. OK. So what are the roles which are there? OK, that roles will be coming under the approval role. So when you go and select here, you can see self-manager, manager, employee, HR matrix manager, custom manager and second manager, and we also have additional managers. All these are the standard roles. What do you mean by the standard roles? These are the default roles, which is already there in SuccessFactor, which is already defined by SAP. Okay. So we don't have to do any creation of new role, because these are the standard role which will be showing. If you are selecting the role as an approval type, where it will come as approval role, then this will be there. So what exactly is the role? To understand the role, the system determines the participants by the reporting line. So when we are going and creating a user, we specify, okay, what is the role for that particular user? Okay. So that only when we selecting the approval type as a role, system will automatically determine that the participant by the reporting line they can be an employee themselves, or the manager's matrix managers, or the HR's repositories. Okay. That is coming under the role which we have seen right now. Okay. So these are the standard roles. So now we are selecting here and I'm selecting as a manager means suppose I'm selecting here as a manager means it means that when the notification will be, when the workflow will be triggered, the first level, the notification will be sent to the manager. Okay. Because we have selected the approval type as a role, so it will be sent to the manager, okay. So system never, distinguish between that the manager is HR manager, a finance manager or sales manager. It will only specify that the system will only determine that the role as a manager and the notification will be sent to the manager. When the notification will be sent to the manager. That manager, will be determined when you are going for a heavy and when you are mapping that manager to the employee. So, according to that, the notification will be sent. Okay. That is one thing. Now coming into the second one, that is, let's go and take dynamic role. We will take, but let's discuss about the this one dynamic group, okay. So let me go back here into the system and in case, if I am selecting the approval type as a dynamic group, okay. So when I'm selecting this as a dynamic group, you can see by default there are certain dynamic groups which is already showing here, okay, payable, okay, HR department, finance department, all these other dynamic groups which is showing here, okay. So from where these dynamic groups are coming. So, to understand from where these dynamic groups are coming, for that we will duplicate a screen and there is a configuration tool to which the dynamic groups are defined. So what is that configuration tool which has been there? So the configuration tool is managed for flow group. Okay, manage for flow group. So when we go here and when we try to type manage workflow group, okay, Manage Workflow Group. So when you're going into the Manage Workflow Group, we can see here the HR VP. Okay, detail all these things which are showing here. That is being created under the dynamic group. So what is the dynamic group? So what is the dynamic group? So what is the dynamic group? The participants in the dynamic. The participants are the group of users. Okay. So in the dynamic group we can able to go and create a group of users, okay. So if I want to see here where the dynamic group is being selected as a HRVP approval. So what is the HRVP approval here? So when I will type here HRVP and when I can enter.
Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel. For more information, contact us at sales@upptalk.com.